Welcome to Stream One Global. This is a Tuesday morning, and normally this will be a Monday stream. And yesterday I did the intro, and so today, Tuesday, I'm going to do the Monday Global Perspective. So tomorrow I'll be doing Wednesday and back on Friday and try and get back to that Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Thanks for tuning in. This is fun. I'm going to do this in one take because life is far too busy to try and be too polished and do too many takes. Also, because it's a little bit more fun when you can see the warts along the way and you can see the human side of things. So I'm just going to roll on through this, and hopefully you can enjoy. Hopefully you can get something out of this. I know I enjoy sharing, and so this is going to be great. So whether this is 3 or 4 minutes, 6, 8, 10 minutes, we'll see how it rolls. But I've got some points, and I want to share them. Let's do it. So, first of all, from a global perspective, these are strange times. We all know it. And I don't want to beat a dead horse in all the Facebook posts and things that you see out there about, yes, freak out, and then, oh, by the way, don't panic. What I want to point out, I got 4 things right here. 4 things. And my graphics will be far better over time here as I get enlisted help and volunteer help. But 4 points, that's it. First of all, in a time like this, we can look around and see all the panic, all the people shopping when they don't normally shop, all the people hoarding when they don't normally hoard, and pulling away from meetings, pulling away from life and all that, and some of that is really good. I'm not saying it isn't. And at the same time, point number 1, remember who you are and where you were going before everything changed. I know I can look around and go, wow, everything feels different. But my challenge to you, my question to you is, hey, when you wake up in the morning, when you settle yourself, if you're a praying person, as I am, who was I before all this started? Okay, I know who I am. I know what I'm about. Center on that. Start with who you are, who you were before any of this happened. Don't forget that. Keep becoming that person. Continue to become that person. Don't forget who you were before any of this changed. Okay? Don't let that shake you. Don't let that change you. This is not going to be forever and ever. So point 1, remember who you are and were before going into this challenge. Number 2, every challenge, and I don't care what challenge it is, I'm going to get animated. Look, I am drinking coffee as I normally am drinking coffee. Every single challenge in life, from the most global of challenges like the one the world is facing right now, to the personal ones in your own life, and I know I've had my share, every single challenge has a corresponding opportunity. So, my question to you is, given where you're at right now, probably affected by the coronavirus, probably affected by where you work, what meetings you have, if you're allowed to work, if you can go to the store, what is, based on your life situation, the greatest challenge, right? What's the hardest part? Is it that you can't go into work, so you have to work from home? Is it that you're limited on supplies? Is it that you have people who are maybe have fallen ill? Whatever that is, there is a corresponding opportunity that is as great, ultimately greater than the challenge that we face. So if you happen to know someone who has coronavirus, or you have people in your neighborhood who have coronavirus, serving and helping those people, the corresponding opportunity is to give back, to help out, to love our neighbors in that way. So if you have that in your community, get out, serve, check in with them, see how they're doing. If you don't have that, and maybe your work life just changed, well, guess what? There is going to be an opportunity from you working from home or needing to be on the phone. What is the opportunity that you have to break new ground, to develop new contacts, to build new relationships, or to figure out a new and potentially really beneficial or efficient way of operating that you didn't have before? They say that necessity is the mother of invention. Well, this of all times in the world is absolutely a time of necessity. We have to do things. So in the midst of having to do things, your kids are home. Maybe you've always thought about homeschooling them. Maybe you've always thought about trying online education. Maybe you've always just wanted to have time with them. Whatever that challenge is, the hardest part, I guarantee you there is a corresponding opportunity in the middle of it. So identify what that opportunity is and zero in on it. Okay? Number 3. Identify the goal within the challenge. So as there is some sort of, right, major global issue happening here, we all know it. At the same time, we can look within that global challenge and say, okay, this is what I'm aiming towards. And by that, I mean zero in on what is success in the midst of this challenge. So we all hear about, read about, see about Italy, and oh goodness, panic, we're going to be just like Italy. Well, there is a flip side to Italy. You probably know this, but in case you don't, it's South Korea. It's also Japan. They cracked down quickly. They managed it quickly. They were really harsh with how they organized it. The United States is trying to emulate that now. And yet, you look at their numbers. Google South Korea. Take a look. See and read the articles that say Korea is the model. Korea and Japan are experiencing stabilization. Look at the example that is the good example. Don't focus on the one that is the one that's going to scare you and bring you down. Of course, we don't want that, and we don't want to be ignorant to it, but look at the example that's the good example. Okay, South Korea is managing that well. That's what we want to be like. Focus on that one. And number 4, ultimately, in this season of challenge, let's get the focus off of ourselves. All right, so yeah, there's a big global challenge out there. Yeah, life has changed. There are some more effective ways of handling it. There are some less effective ways of handling it. We want to be more effective. At the same time, let's get the focus off of ourselves and our own lives and look around. Right, so yeah, we're probably going to be okay. We're younger. We have a place to live. We can socially distance ourselves. And so let's look around, not just locally with who we can be helpful with and serve and bless, but also know that even in the midst of this, for example, South Korea, I'm sorry, not South Korea, Syria. Syria has people that are continuing to be displaced, northwest Syria, and honestly, the last thing on their mind right now is the coronavirus, because they have been vagabonds for 10 years. They haven't had a place to lay their head, and they're not thinking about the coronavirus right now. They're thinking about, will I ever get to stop and rest and lay down and have a place where I can call home? And that's amazing when the world is facing such an immense presence, an immense factor that is part of everyone's life. There are still people out there that honestly, this isn't what is the most pressing issue in their life, and for good reason. And so to look around and go, okay, you know what? There are people in other parts of the world, and how do we help them? Right? How do we get beyond ourselves? Okay, we have to deal with these issues right now, but I have served globally, helped to organize and serve and lead globally. Continue to look out there, right? Don't lose sight of what you've been called to do. I know a lot of people who I interact with work for churches, missions organizations, all of that. That's still going to be there when the coronavirus comes and goes. Don't lose sight of what the need is globally. It doesn't go away simply because there's a virus. It affects everything, but don't lose sight of that. Don't lose awareness of, man, I still need to go. I still need to help. I still need to plug in. Keep going on those plans. Absolutely. Life is going to need to get back to normalcy at some point, and we're not at a place where we can, but know that we're going to. And so move towards that, right? Focus on what is ahead, what is good, right? Remember who you are. I'm going to wrap up here momentarily because I'm going on 10 minutes. Remember who you are before this ever happened. Remember, this is point number 2, that every massive challenge has an incredible, unique, corresponding opportunity. What is that for you personally? Number 3, identify where we want to go within this. We want to go more like South Korea. I'm going to follow that model, and I'm going to move towards that. And number 4, get that focus off myself. I'm going to continue to look around locally and globally at how I can be helpful, and I'm going to continue to plan and move towards that. So God bless you guys. Have yourselves a wonderful Tuesday. I look forward to sharing with you again on national stuff or local stuff on Wednesday. Thanks for listening. One take. That was fun. Have a great day. Love my coffee.